I wish you could see what I'm seeing right now. Of course, you can probably hear it in the background with the birds chirping, but I'm one with nature right now, and this is one of the things I love about the Model Y is because of camp mode, you can actually stay in this car. And if you follow our channel, if you follow our road trips, if it's an extended road trip, I sleep in the car. And it's because of this particular mattress. So I spent a couple of years with Jerry at formytesla.com, and we developed this mattress. It is custom made for the Model Y. It also fits in the Model 3, but it also, even though it's not made for it, it does fit in the S and the X as well. So there's really 3 different types of mattresses out there that you can get, and they're all available for Teslas. First, you can look at a foam mattress. Not all foam mattresses are created equal. Some of them are very thin, and it is because foam takes up a ton of space. So there are some that are pretty thin. They're not going to offer a ton of support, just a little bit, better than laying on the floor, I suppose. And then there's the other side, where these huge 6-inch mattresses, and I have one of those as well, and it is unbelievably comfortable. However, it's too big to travel with. If you're taking anybody with you or you have luggage, there's nowhere to put it because it's so big. And then there's air mattresses. Air mattresses do not have the best reputation for a number of reasons. Most notably, they're very hard to get comfortable. And they're either full of too much air, too little air, they're hard to get just right. This mattress is a combination of foam and air. So it has a foam core in it, and it allows air to fill this thing up. So you can actually adjust the firmness or the softness of the bed, but it's also a self-inflating mattress. So you don't actually have to have any pumps or any power or anything like that to inflate this thing. Now with that said, it does come with a pump, and it's a wireless pump. It plugs in and charges with a USB-C plug. But what's nice about the pump is if you want to get a little bit more firm or you want to speed up the air up process, you can do that with this pump. But even better, after a lot of work figuring out how to effectively fold this thing down, putting this pump in reverse, it sucks all the air out and makes it so much easier to roll this thing up and get it back under the sub trunk. In the Model Y, if you get the air out enough, you can fit this in both the front and the sub trunk. In the Model 3, it'll only fit in the sub trunk. So what's nice about that is you don't need a ton of space to haul this around, but when it's in use, it's 5 inches thick, and that's supported by 5 inches of foam. This is a super comfortable mattress. Now, traditionally with air mattresses, you want to pump a ton of air in there. With this though, it's not really like that. What I have found to be the most comfortable, at least for me, is I let the thing fill up as much as it'll do all on its own. And then that is the level that I prefer. I have tried adding more air, I've tried letting out air. That seems to be the sweet spot for me. I prefer a more plush bed though, so that's kind of what works well for me. For those of you who prefer a firmer bed, just pump some more air in there. And I've learned some other tricks on how to do this more effectively, how to do this easier, and make this a much better experience for you overall. I've been using this mattress for well over a year now, and this is still the final prototype. This isn't even the production model that is out now, but this thing has held up so great. I do not take it easy with this thing. I've traveled cross country in this thing, and I've traveled to Giga, Texas in this thing. I mean, this thing has just held up really well, and I think that you're going to be really pleased with it. Now here's the thing, we're on our 3rd production run, and the first 2 sold out way too quick. This 3rd one is probably going to sell out really quick as well. So if you're interested in one of these, you probably want to get on now. Those shipments just arrived, so they're ready to be shipped, but they're going to sell out in probably 30 days or so. But this mattress has become super popular because the testimonials from people who have purchased it. It's not just me, although I'm probably a little bit swayed because I put so much work into this. But people who have bought this have provided feedback, and it has all been really good stuff. By the way, if any of you have this mattress, let me know in the comments and share with people what your thoughts are on this thing. So a couple of the new things that have been added, of course, the air pump that we just talked about. It is wireless, super convenient to have. I'll show you why it's super convenient, because the valves are the same size as the inlet and the outlet on that pump. Number 2, there's a new bag now included. So some people still don't want to roll this thing up, even with sucking all the air out. It's too much, they don't want to deal with it, and they have the space. So there's this new bag now where you can just roll this thing over and put it in that bag. Then you can transport it however you like. As long as you've got room for that, why not? Number 3, there's actually a new one out now. And this new one is a smaller mattress. This one is made for people who are just traveling on their own and maybe don't want to take up this much of the back. So maybe you just want to have a smaller one that's just big enough for you, and then have on your side maybe some of your hiking and camping stuff that you're still in the car. This one, do keep in mind you're taking the entire floor, so that single one does allow you to have access to space on the floor, which can be useful if you're traveling with like a cooktop or any kind of gear. It's going to work out pretty well. So same thing though, it is 5 inches thick. It's the same foam inside, it's just dimensionally smaller. Another one of the new features is a fitted sheet. So this thing was custom made to fit, and it has pockets on the side. What's nice about the pockets is if you sleep with glasses, you have a place to put it, or your phone, and you're not going to lose things. So basically, here's the point of all this. If you're looking for a nice in-between option where you have maximum comfort, but you also have the portability, this mattress is made specifically for that purpose. This is going to allow you to travel without taking up all of your cargo space, and you may not have to add a cargo box or a trailer hitch to add additional cargo. You can fit your whole family in here. You can still put this in the sub trunk and not take up a ton of space. So with all of that, this is just another way for you to get out there and explore. Having camp mode in a Tesla is a game changer, and a number of you have already experienced that. Being able to travel, have a place to stay without having to get a hotel or what have you. There's a lot of opportunities because of that. This mattress is the perfect companion to take with you so that you can go and explore even more.
So let me introduce you to the valves. This right here is a two-way valve. It's cool how they work. You have two modes. This way will let air out but not back in. So if you were to squeeze on the mattress, this would help to push the air out. So when you're folding it, you're going to leave it on this mode. And if you just want air in, you're going to open the whole valve. And that is how air will come in all on its own. The foam pushes up on the mattress as it returns to its original shape, and it sucks air in with it. And here's a little hidden secret for you. I'm going to show you a cool little tip. This valve is set to let air out but not back in. If you take this valve out and flip it around, you can use the pump to push air in, and that air won't come rushing back out once you stop. So if you prefer a more firm mattress, this is how you're going to do it.
I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram @BeardedTesla. Thanks so much for joining us. Catch you next time.